God bless you out there, global Christian friends, the American people, public out there. Be careful out there, children. Father, when you walk with your children, keep an eye on your children. Hold their hand if you have to. They're young. They're yours. Loaned to you by God. Mothers likewise. Watch your children. You love them. Hold on to them. Cuddle them. Tell them you love them. Let them know that you love them. Children, let your parents know that you love them, that you love them by telling them, Mother, I love you, or Dad, I love you. Tell them that. Your grandparents likewise. They're the one that came through and made things possible. Now we're going to get into the transfiguration of Jesus. We've seen the sign of the Son of Man arcing across 93 billion miles of space. Transfiguration of Jesus. Companion scriptures, Matthew chapter 17, verses 1 through 8. Mark chapter 9, verses 1 and chapter 9, verses 2 through 8. You need to understand this knowledge of God, because it's very important that we see these things the way that God put them here for us to understand. And we need to know these things that God put here for us to understand. Now, Luke 9 and 28, companion scriptures. You can put there also Exodus chapter 24, Exodus chapter 34, verse 9, because there it showed that Moses' face shone. Here, the whole body of Jesus shone, not just the face, but the whole body of Jesus shone. Verses 28. And it came to pass about an 8th day after these things, he took Peter and John and James, went up into a mountain to pray. Now, you know the mountain, snow-capped mountain, Mount Hermon. And you know why he took Peter, James, and John? Thunder and stone, thunder and rock. Why? Verse 29. And as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glistering. And behold, there talked with him 2 men, which were Moses and Elijah. Now, that's a whole lot to understand when you realize that Moses had passed away in that valley over there, and Elijah had gone off into that chariot of fire from the mountain there after he crossed the Jordan. But here, They're here with Jesus, the lawgiver, Moses, and the greatest of the prophets that is known throughout the hierarchy of the religion that centers around the Torah. Verse 31, they appeared in glory, and they spoke of his decease, that he should accomplish at Jerusalem. Now, that's the way God operates. He don't let you know anything unknown to you. You need to be able to know how God is and what he operates, what he does. He is the God of foreknowledge. He foretells. He is the foreafter, just as he is the before forwardness of all things. Verse 32, but Peter and they which were with him were heavy with sleep. And when they were awake, they saw his glory, and the two men that stood with him. And it came to pass, as they departed from him, you know the story before that time, before they departed. Peter said unto Jesus, Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, one for Elijah. Not knowing what he said. He can't know what he's saying. He's saying, let us, Rabbi, let's make a tabernacle for you, one for Moses, because of the Lord, the Torah, and because of Elijah, because of the ascension. But the cloud and the voice said, collectively, I want you, Moses. I want you, Elijah. I want you, prophets, to hear him. He is the one that is responsible for all of you all being here. Moses, Elijah, the prophets, and the voice from heaven. The Bethcol. The Bethcol. The Bethcol is the voice from heaven. And you need to understand that. No tabernacle should be made in the first place. Your body is the tabernacle. But Peter didn't know. He was afraid of being put out of the synagogue when he went back. Verse 34. While he thus spoke, there came this voice and overshadowed them. And they feared as they entered into the cloud. And there came this Bethcol out of the voice of the cloud, saying, this is my beloved Son. I want all of y'all to do what? Hear him. I want Moses to do what? Hear him. I want Elijah to do what? Hear him. I want Peter, James, and John to do what? Hear him. I want the whole world to do what? Hear him. I want the heavens to do what? Hear him. And when the voice was passed, Jesus was found alone. And they kept it close and told no man in those days any of those things which they had seen. And God bless you until the next time, global Christian friends. We love you. God bless you, America.